trying to keep my distance. I just want to play my cards right. It takes one false move and you'll be gone. But maybe it's alright. I can't tell if it's the right moment, but baby, anyhow, I can't hold it in anymore. 'Cause it's starting to come out. I've been holding it in for too long. Yeah, it's starting to come out. And I can't pretend anymore. Oh, I'm yours. Never thought I'd even try. After just one day, it's special, yeah. But there is something in your eyes. Ooh, one false move and you'll be gone. You made me, it's alright. I can't tell if it's the right moment, but baby, anyhow, I can't hold it in anymore. No, 'cause it's starting to come out. I've been holding it in for too long. Yeah, it's starting.
Okay, right, we're getting there.
And I can't pretend anymore.
Let me drop this down. Let me promote the fact that we're live, and then we'll get going. I need to give some people some shout outs as well. Welcome, everyone. Today is a special event, and it's going to be a banger, I think. We have a mystery team. Right, let me just stick this in the Discord so people know where to find the referee stream. Awesome. We do need some predictions. We do. This is going to be an absolute banger of a game. We have, at the moment we're rolling from map, this is really, really important because there's only 12 on the other team. So I'm getting desynced because of so many people joining in the reroll. That's absolutely fine. I'm not going to try and... I can... should I reveal them? I have the list. Let me bring up the list. Do we have any guesses as to who is on the team? Do you want to try and predict who might be playing against us? Everybody wants to reroll. Okay, so as per normal, this might be a little bit of a clusterfuck whilst we get a map ready. Nice to have you with us, Ness. I hope you're playing, because we're going to need your help, mate. This is going to be tough. So let me do my standard issue. Well, let's. Who do we think? So we have a team of 12 nightmare people up against us. And some of them are in the server, and some of them are on their way, so that it's not going to be supremely obvious as to who we're up against. So who do we think's on the team? Clutch, Neuro, Q-Crack, Dr. Claw. Let me confer with my super secret document, i.e. the Discord chat. One of those is correct. Actually, let me double check. One of that list, Red Wraith, is correct. But the others are going to be on our team. Neuro, Q-Crack, and Dr. Claw are with us. We have them. We've locked them in for Team Pleb. So yeah. And just because it's kind of customary now, I'm just going to write nerds. Because let's be honest, we all are, in a little bit, in different ways. And I need to give people some shout-outs too. And yeah, we'll get the music changed and all that jazz down the line. Today, Okay, today I'm going to be spectating because we actually have some players that will be streaming their perspective of the game. And I'll link to you all of... So some of the Nightmare people, some of the Nightmare players are actually streaming their perspective of the game. And if you want to get an insight as to what it looks like to play at that level, I highly recommend you go and check them out. I'm not precious. I'd love for everybody to be here and be watching, but if you want to head over to one of their streams and watch, it's a really educational thing that's going to happen today. They are quick. They will not slow down. And if I'm being totally honest, we have an absolute mammoth task on our hands trying to take these guys down. So, yeah. So far, I can reveal that Clutch is one of the Nightmare people. Although many of them I don't think you're going to see coming. There is one here that hasn't been on the server for a long, long time. So, yeah, I'm so interested in this. This is going to be hype. So what we're going to have first is we're going to move, obviously, all 12 onto one side. And then they're joining the North. Should we reveal? Holloway, RF Holloway, let's go. Yeah, we need everyone today, guys. All hands to the pump. It is immensely disrespectful, although I welcome the challenge for 12 individuals to go bring everyone, we'll beat them. But I love that. That's so great that they've got the confidence. So we're rooting for the South. South Korea is best Korea. But the almost 12, let's see, I'll reveal them as they come in. So there's one more person to go up north. The rules are that if we get to 100, they get an extra player. So if we get to 100, they'll be on 13. And if we get to 150, then we'll be on 14. They'll be on 14. So they get one player per extra 50 over 100. W. Christian, thank you for the follow and welcome. This is going to be different to what we normally do. This is going to be a very, very one-sided game. So I may be swapped into South. I'm going to hop back into the Spectator, and I'm going to cover both sides of this game. I do want to give a shout out to the people that followed whilst I was offline. Root Moss 2, thank you for the follow. Emily Flambe, loved the stream yesterday. Welcome. Azhidakaha DK, welcome. Sorry if I just butchered your name. Dr. Squaw as well, welcome. So yeah, on the north. Cliff Build? Reals? Cliff Build wasn't on the list, was it? Why is Cliff Build north? No, that's wrong. So somebody's been swapped there. So Smiling NASA, Clutch, Ling, Jason Gross, Pipes, Eagle, Walross, Carl, The Soldier, Fire, Runebogler, and Chrono. And Chrono is the unknown quantity here. We've not seen him for some time now. Has he been in the background, training and gaining skill? Or has he got worse? But as you can see, we've got 53 people on our side now. We can have as many as possible. Please, if you know somebody that plays this game mode or this game, grab them and drag them in. We need everyone on board. Team McIntyre, welcome. Yeah, if you have time to play, jump in. This is going to be hard, man. The last time we did this, 7 players against, I think we had 67 in total, and they took us to the wire. Now with 12, 13, Team South is all of the plebs. And I somehow have been dragged into this. I'm not going to be playing this game. This is our normal team. Yeah, let's start a prediction now. We have been challenged. Let's put Mystery Nightmare People team. The plebs. You'll have 30 minutes to vote. I won't be upset if you vote for the team of 13. So feel free to chuck in your pot noodles here. So yeah, the team are the best players on the server. They've gotten together. I'm obviously not there because it would be totally unfair. We need to set up a Ghosty versus the server game, but they are very, very strong players. They have strats they've been practicing. We're on a map seed, which I think is good for them as well as for us. And we have everyone. We can have up to 150 players. So we're trying to get as many people in as possible. But I will not take it personally if you guys vote for the North as potential winners of this. There is, to be fair, oh no, they've got Dampy too. All right, we've lost. GG boys, GG's. I'm out. Disconnect. Where's the exit? Yeah, if they got Dampy, then we're done. But however, we've got people like Everlord, Claw, We've got COG, AFMIT, WAFA, MXWPL, QCrack. I mean, there are some very, very strong players here. What we need to do is organize, and that is where our troubles will begin. We need 52 people to come together and get this done. We need some real coordination. Whoever is the highest skilled player in this lobby for us is captain, which I believe will be probably Ness, COG, LPO. Yeah, one of those. Maybe Zer, I think, is quite high in terms of MMR or ELO. But yeah, get on VC. Let me tell you. So yeah, they've got a plan. We need spam. If people can get in spam, even just red-green spam to kind of throw them off balance, we have the numbers advantage. It's not OP for us to just find like a position in the map and just go, right, over here on this mix patch, I'm just making red signs and I'm throwing thousands of them. This is what we're going up against. There aren't many of them. But they are all strong in their own rights. So do not write off. There's not a single person in here. Tobino, nice to have you with us. That is yes, there is. And I'll be publishing that today. I've been working on some beginner tutorial videos for new players, and the first 2 or 3 I'm finishing after this game. So if you head over to, let me just grab you a link to my YouTube channel real quick, and you'll find them pop up. I've been doing some editing. I'm not very good at editing, but I've been doing some. You'll find the tutorials in this YouTube channel later today. Here we go. Let's find this. And we're going through everything from the very beginning of the game all the way into like later game concepts and how to play the meta. So there's lots of educational stuff there too. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And how to join the server, because I've got a bit of time now to do this, you need a copy of Factorio of the game. We don't run any mods. All you have to do is hit multiplayer, go to browse public games. At the moment, we will absolutely be the most populated server in the whole of Factorio. But if you search in the top right-hand side here, Fighter Battles, you'll be able to find our server. And if you click the little wheel icon here, then it'll save it, and then that server will always be at the very top of this list, even if we don't have 65 people in. From there, click in. You don't need to download any mods, you just need the most current version of Factorio. And hop in. We need all the help we can get. Nightmare people have challenged all the scrubs. We're up to 53. They're up to 14? Unfair. 14 is the new 12, yeah. And this is a special event. We like to run special events every now and again. So, Team 14 cheaters, I believe so. Yeah, a lot of people going in for the plebs. Okay, 83% think that we can get this job done. Now, I don't want to talk grand strategy here, but we can hand feed. We got to rush them off the map. We have to blitz them off the map. We still need a basic. There he is, Tabinino. Join us. We need help. All the help we can get, mate. Honestly, I'm gonna hop back into the spectator. Oh no, it's been frozen, isn't it? Right, that's fine. When we do get going, I'll hop into spectator so we can see everything. The map is open. We don't have massive forests. We do have some decent coal. Copper's a little bit thin to begin with. Stone's looking okay. Oil's pretty close. We're playing on the easy difficulty as well. So yeah, get ready, guys. And it's on. We've started. All right, let's hop back into spectator mode. Can I do this? I mean, I am admin here. I should be able to move myself across. And the only reason for that is I'm going to be doing the kind of spectator viewpoint. So yeah, we're going to keep our eyes on north. They're going to go quick. And as you can see here, there's already a group of players that are making their way away from the main base. What you have to remember here is that this silo on the north, if this dies first, the plebs have won. And if on the south, our silo dies, which is here, we lose to 14 people. I mean, it should be 12. Maybe they've... we'll figure those rules out later. There's not many of them. There's loads of us. How can we lose this? How? So yeah. I'm sure their strategy will be to turtle up in main. And then this must be the outpost that creates all of the tech. I don't know if we're going to see rockets on easy game mode. We may get to purple signs, however. So I'm going to change the music type. Soul's good to begin with, but let's go with something a little bit more hyper. This game's going to be on a knife edge pretty much from the moment we start. So yeah, let me just mute those adverts, and then we'll have a look. And let me just ask, who's the captain? Let's see who's leading the charge on South. Somebody will be in Discord. In fact, let me have a look into the Discord. We have... Oh yeah, there's like 20 odd people on voice comms. If you can, hop into voice chat on Discord. You know, somebody's got a plan. We have to have a plan. This can't be all chaotic and, you know, we've got to get there. 14 is too I know. There were rules regarding player numbers. I believe once we hit 100, that's when they could get extras, but I don't think we see rockets at all. This will be a precise, very precise and very specific sign send that the North have got. Okay. Yeah, I'll move you on. So anybody wants to... And what I'll do, I'll help move people across. There'll be nobody going to the north. I'll move everyone, and then if you don't want to be there, you can always just hop back. So... Oh, my bad. Never mind. Kill them to take burners. That's ruthless. So yeah, I think we might get to a purple send. We may get to... Oh, my bad. That's fine. They'll just blow them up and they'll end up back here. There's 2 people in main. Will we see threat farming? I mean, we have a couple of people up here on this mix patch. Yeah, you hope that they do eventually jump in. I mean, Joe Baxter, Afmet Wafa, TSP, and Rahus are all strong players for us. So, yeah, you never know. They might come alive. But though 50 on 14, it's still wild the way that this game is going to swing. I'm hoping that the plebs, or our team, the server team, I'm hoping that they have some spam planned. There's a load of really nice areas where you could get like a simple green spam or even just a red spam build. We need to be hot on this. Any misplays from us will give them an enormous amount of an advantage here. So yeah, we see a little bit of threat farm to begin with. Dampy, Clutch, Chrono, and Eagle. Now yesterday we had the pain bow. Taste the rainbow, taste the pain bow. So we had spam from green, blue, and military signs from north. And that was on easy difficulty, and some of these people apparently were on shadow accounts. I know, I should dive in. But I feel like giving this perspective will be better for the future, for watching this back and, you know, learning from it. So I'm happy to take the hit to do some commentary. There are some people who are playing the game that are streaming this, and let me just read out who they are. I think Runeboggler might be streaming. Let me find out. Views. Okay, let's see. No? Runeboggler is streaming it. He has 1 viewer. Runeboggler is like one of the best. If you want to look what it looks like from a player's perspective, I'll link Runeboggler's Twitch. He might not be talking to chat that much because of how fast they're going, but if you want to get a player's perspective, head over here. This guy is on North, and he's really fast. Really, really fast. And I won't take it personally if you guys leave me to As long as you're following the event, that's what we want. We want as many people to just have eyes on this. I'm going to be doing both. I'll be jumping across north and south. Some smelting lines are going down, which you'll love to see. And the burner cities are vast as well. So you will be able to hopefully get main up and running quite quickly. Max and Thorin out here. We've got Pavev, MXL, PBL, Massive Blue. Tio Marks is heading over here. Whitelol and Just Bob. And then this has to be the outpost that gets to purple. Whisper, FTNS's alt account, IB Sleepy, Dr. Claw, Outstanding, Peen Pappy. No, sorry, that's FTNS. That is an FTNS name if I've ever seen one before. Welcome back. So yeah, this is going to be a great game. I don't think we're going to see a quick rush in terms of, I don't think one team's going to die off very quickly. Let me just read out who we have on Team Pleb, by the way. There's 51 names. Apologies if this is a little bit pedantic, but these are our heroes. These are our underdogs. You know, these are the unwashed masses of our server. We have Everlord, Dr. Claw, Rahus, Zero Sun, Massive Blue, Kajito, Benji Fox, Peen Pappy, Cognitive Fun, Ace Frog, MX, Afmit Waffer, IB Sleepy, Guido Cram, Mitmop Pavev, Cogito, Q Crack, Pozilula, Max 100, Whitelol, Menanda, Jessica, Just Bob, Mika Kurt, Tech Priest, Ness, Vodeka Outstanding, Amelek, Martin Max King, Joshua Plumpcat, Viking, Toddy, Tio Marks, GSP, King of Gugu, Prox, Whisper, LPO, Jekut, I'm not going to pronounce the second bit because I'm going to embarrass myself, Gimbo Luck, Thorin, Nail Ale, Joe Baxter, Harper Vudvman, Arv Holloway, Terminator, Tobinino. Sorry if I butchered anybody's name just there. Hello! Welcome, Thorin. This is going to be a banger of a game, an absolute banger. And if anybody wants to play, you can join. We need your help. 50 players against the 14 that are up north is not enough. We will need all hands to the pump on this. And yeah, what we're going to see today. Ooh, a little bit of early sends. You're going to play? Awesome, mate. Welcome. Are you in at the moment? Oh, are you in the game? If you can come in, mate, we need all the help we can get. If you can log in, we'll get you onto Team South. You know, there are a lot of bodies here, but we need a big base. We need to rush them. That has to be the way that we beat them. If we let them get a base built, if we allow them to yeah, mate, threat farming, perfect, that's great. They're going to rush. So already the South are saying, right, they're going to rush. We need to threat farm. These are great ideas from us, from our server. I'm normally impartial as the referee. And I respect all of the people up north. Cliff Build, Smiling Nasser, Clutch, Enkling, Jason Gross, the Piper, also known as Pipes, Eagle, Walross, Carl, the Soldier, Fire, Runebogler, Chrono, Dampy. All very, very strong players. Do they beat a team of 50? Do they beat a team of 50? That is the question. That is the $1 million question. Now, if I was in the game, I'd be right down here, threat farming from the word go. We need to be minus 5,000, 10,000 when they start sending purple signs, which is what they will do. I think the plan could be a yellow send, maybe. These aren't the kind of people that do rockets in easy either. We're looking at a spam game, which means we need counter spam. You know, we need to counter their spam with our spam, more spam, all the spam. For anybody that's new, that has no idea what I'm talking about, and I sound like a madman, that's fine. Feel free to ask questions in chat. We are an interactive chat. I like to try and, you know, educate as well. By the end of today, by tonight, depending on when this game finishes, I'm going to be putting up on my YouTube channel, which I have a link to. I think I linked it earlier on. I might pin that as a comment. On that pinned comment at the top of my stream, on that YouTube channel, there will be some educational videos that I'll be posting later today. They are going to go from literally how you enter our server, how you find our Discord server, for instance, all the way up to the meta game, play styles, what outposts are, what signs rushing is, and just concepts throughout the game from the very beginning all the way to the very end. I appreciate that we have a lot of new people joining us, and welcome. You don't need to be very high skilled to be in this game, or even just play this game mode in general. Today is a special event where the best of the best have challenged the rest. And I'm with Team Rest. I'm with Team All. And yeah, we've got some early research. Let's take a look. North are doing any research. We see green signs, logistics, electronics, fast inserters, steel processing, gun turrets. Very standard issue stuff. At the beginning of the game, you don't have a lot of chance to kind of deviate your research away from just this basic stuff. But as we get further into the tech tree, we're going to need batteries, of course. We're going to need flamethrowers, blue signs, and everything below it too. So yeah, hopefully, the kind of all team, the plebs team, and I like this. They're like drip feeding science into the. They're drip feeding like wands. Is this a plan? It's not doing a huge amount, but it is ramping up the threat number quite nicely. And to be honest with you, at the beginning of the game, 10 minutes in, 7% evolution is not that fun. And again, they will obviously threat farm, but 7% and 8% bugs are harder to kill than 1 or 1.9. My struggles, 8 green. Hey guys, send, spam, honestly. These guys, when we talk about threat farmers, these are the kind of players that I would consider relative equals to me. So although I'm at the pinnacle of what threat farming looks like, purely just on speed alone and accuracy of doing it, these guys I would be struggling against if I went up against. I'd beat them, but it would be a very fair contest. So don't think that by spamming you're cheesing them. If you allow them to do this, they will take full advantage of you not pressuring them. They should, as threat farmers, be expecting you to crowbar them out of here by the half an hour mark. And if we can't do that, they actually have a huge advantage. First death of the game, Guido Cram. Press F to pay respects. Yeah, I'll get you in. Whoops, not all in all caps locks. All right, so who was that? That was Ashinauer, who is over here. Let's get them on. Ashinauer, you'll be joining Team South. Cool. So yeah, educational videos will be going up at the end of today. Look out for them. I'm not really promoting the channel too much, but there are more people coming in, so I might need to do that a bit better. You know, the whole like and subscribe algorithms, I don't know. I'm not really here to self-promote, let's be honest. So you do not want these guys, you don't want to give them the room to do this too often. You need to pump the threat number up by sending science in order for them to use more resources to kill these bugs. Now, as you can see, it's quite easy to shoot them and kill them now at 10% strength. When they're 20 or 30% strength, if they don't have the relevant upgrades, meaning faster projectile speed, harder hitting bullets, they will struggle to stay here for very long. As we can see, Carl is being DDoSed from somewhere. And yeah, we have one individual player building up main, Runeboggler. A very strong 1v1 player. And Pipes, there's 2 people in main. Look at the difference. Like, just have a look for a second at the difference. There's 2 people in this. So, all right, here's Team North in this tiny little box. Here's Team South. How can we lose? How can we lose? Hello, dog. You're awake early, mate. You're all right. You gonna take my slippers again? You rooting for the plebs? Yeah, good boy. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy, aren't you? I'm not giving you treats now, mate. You alright? Good boy. Yeah, do you want to say hi to Twitch? Woof. No? Actually, you'll probably break people's ears. Sorry guys, my dog's come into the room. My ears. Come on, boy. Come on, I need to go back to commentating. Get you some food in a bit. Alright, we'll get you some chicken in a bit, yeah? Good boy. Yeah, sorry. My dog's normally asleep at this point. He's awake now. I apologise for the break in play. And he's licked my ear and it feels really... Ugh. Anyway, so what's of note? Let's go left to right. Q-Crat is the furthest western base for the south, for the plebs. At the moment, they're just smelting iron plates. And I believe they're going to make use of this mixed patch over here. Prox, Cog, and Ford are opening up a smaller or a smallish base, followed by Guido Cram and Josh. And Guido Cram died. I think he's part of Q-Crat's base. We have then Joshua over here, hopefully making some kind of spam. Jessica going for power again. Very strong game from Jessica yesterday. And if you haven't watched the VOD back, I would, because I genuinely like the only chance your team actually ever had was the fact that you built power up, as Blaz as it did. Followed by Kojito with, oh, you'd love to see it, an absolute brick of pain of red signs. So that I am massively happy to see. And it looks to me like Viking's going to be doing a little bit of threat farming, getting close to the bugs. We then move into main, where we have a little bit of smelting being created. And obviously Burner City's going down with some power. We then look over to Thorin and Max and Harper. And there's some kind of spam going on here. Here we go, green spam, which is awesome. We need to put the pressure on him. Here, Pavev has a little bit of mixed sushi type smelting going on here, it looks like. But that's fine. And MXPPL hopefully is going for some spam as well. Tio Marks, Mitmop, and White Lol obviously will be making spam. This is all about spam. This is not going to be a conventional game. However, and I've just noticed this, if I scroll up north, what would normally be an outpost is not one joined up effort. The North at 16 minutes in are at 14% strength bugs, which is notable, but we are seeing the use of these mix patches. And maybe is easy mode, or easy difficulty, sorry, is this where we start to see the mix patch meta coming into play? Where it is just make the most out of what you can find and what you can get. But this is not what I expected from these guys. I was expecting kind of a base. You know, get up to maybe purple signs, and then spam like thousands of purple signs. But let's be honest, for a two-man team, Rune Boggler and Pipes has done an incredible job here, getting this up to speed already. So I'm going to love watching back Rune Boggler's his perspective of the game, because they're so fast. And here we go. And so what, their labs is up here? What? Why are their labs so far away from main? Is this temporary? They've gone red-green up here. And they're just hand-feeding stuff? Okay. This is different. This is very different. But I like it. Coincidentally, like, the South should build up faster. So with the numbers advantage and resources kind of aplenty, we should be able to get things online quick. But the fact that they're red-green researching already is kind of quite scary. And I know that we're throwing a lot of our green signs to begin with, but, you know, let's see if there's anything particularly specific. They're going to go down. Not yet. Check on the south. Yeah, we're moving into automation 2 and advanced material production. So, yeah, we're kind of ticking away nicely here, but I also need to make sure that if there's anybody that's joining, let me just say, if... Cool. So this is just for anybody that's joining that might not be too sure as to how they get into the game. But yeah, so far, so good. And they're trying their hardest to get positive threat. Eagle's doing a good job here, but as you can see, they are slightly stronger. They're doing a little bit more damage. He's going to start running out of resources. And at very low health, a single player going down on North at any point in the time is very dangerous. You're losing a large portion of your kind of manpower or person power. And we're already looking at some pretty aggressive plays here from the North. They haven't thrown anything just yet, though. So I wonder if they're going to counter spam or if they're just going to try and weather the storm. Space Dog, you can come into the team, my dude. Boom. Good luck. So yeah. Alright, they're finally positive. When the bugs have positive threat, they'll start to become aggressive and they'll move away from this home area. Typically, what we normally see is that they start running and rampaging down the map. So they're going to start smashing into things that you have, your buildings and, you know, your science labs, etc. So in the North now, having a positive threat will fervently try to kind of drive that number back down by heading into bug territory where these spawning buildings are, and they're going to try and kill off the bugs whilst they're weak at 19%, driving that threat number into the negative. It's not as easy as said than done, And when you have an entire map of 51 people spamming at you, I'm really interested to see how long they invest in this. Because here it's fine, but the waves will come down here. They will end up on top of you from here. The bugs come in all directions, so they're not just kind of locking into where your objective is, where your silo is. They will be crashing down onto these outposts as well as the main base. So I wonder what kind of defensive plans some of these outposts will be having in regards to this spam. But 20% at 20 minutes, it's almost like 1% a minute at the moment as things tick up. And Runeboggler, in the face of all of this, is just saying, no. Oh yeah, let's get you in right wing. Yeah, they have to. There's no alternative. It looks unfair, right? It looks like, oh my god, that's kind of a dick move. But if you don't do this now, they will bully you later. You have a very small window of opportunity, and Eagle goes down at 20.6%. The first death on North occurs, and that's actually a large portion of their manpower. Now, Clutch probably has the armor to get away with this. Probably has the healing resources needed, but all of these bugs take that little bit more to kill. He's doing a good job, but he's very low on health, and the bugs have already evolved now from these brown, small shelled bugs. We see now there's a couple of purple, medium-sized bugs now. So they take a little bit longer to kill. An extra grenade, an extra few bullets, and that's time-consuming. It takes a while. Look, this thing is not going down easy and quick. So yeah, how long are they going to threat farm? At what point do they begin defending? Because waves are going to start flooding towards the main base. But they're hot on this. I think they've seen this. The Eagle has not seen this. Do they have grenades? Losing anything here is massive for the North. Runeboggler has to kind of come in clutch here. Grenade, 2 grenades, boom. Again, 22% evolved is not too bad, but yeah, the Pleb team are doing the right thing here. Absolutely doing the right thing. They're pressurizing as best they can with early sign sends. There's no way the North can win. Space Dog is confident. But they do have a lot. What we're not seeing here, we're seeing 2 people threat farm. They have actually 4 up here, I think, in total. So once they get their grenades processed, once they get, maybe even red ammo automated, they may have a chance. They may have a chance to fight it out. But Cliff Bill goes down to a worm as well. It's another mistake from the North. Fire's dealing with another kind of set of bugs coming down, and it's just uncomfortable. Fire goes down now. This is huge. I'm not saying he will. He's a good player, and he will have the relevant resources to fight this off, but that's 2 deaths. Oh, T-Bucket wants to go across as well. And again, this is just not... I'm hoping they expected this. I will watch back the preview of the players up north, but I'm hoping they expected that they would take an early hit in terms of evolution. It's not uncommon for people to try and crowbar you out from doing it. And again, once the efficacy of red and green kind of fades at the 30 or 40% mark, that's where I believe the North will start taking an advantage. They'll be able to stabilize and survive. And again, yeah, you can just see it takes a little bit longer for these to go down. They do go down though; they're not impossible. You put your money on the North. Do not count them out. This is a long. It's a fast race. Today will be a fast game, but it's a long game. Never count them out. These guys have the right relevant answers to stuff like this. This is a cakewalk for them. If they have the right grenades and they have enough healing stuff, they'll be able to keep pushing forward. It's how much time do you want to dedicate to dealing with this? Losing a couple of stone furnaces is not a bad idea. It's not. It's fine. It's cheap. But it's how much time do you have to dedicate to this before you go back to doing your plan. So Eagle died again. So that's 3 deaths on North. They're under so much pressure. Remember again, as well, these players chose to challenge the server. They have been practicing. They have a plan. So this, although it's a bit unfair, 54 versus 14, there should be, or this should have been expected. And maybe we give them an extra player next time. Maybe they can get 15. But again, we haven't seen any aggression from them. It's all south to north. 1,000 green signs has been thrown over and 2,283 red. So we're not far away probably from seeing some Millsai being thrown. And I just wonder what the kind of goal is for these guys. What are they aiming for? What are they planning for? You're out here on an outpost, which is great. But are they turtling main, or are they gonna stick to this? Grenades, I guess with the relevant grenade upgrades, they're moving into oil. With the relevant stronger explosive upgrades, you can stay up here with grenades and heavy armor for as long as you want, till about 50% really. But at the moment, if you're only working off of light armor, you're going to be struggling. Now, there is a water body close enough, so you can grab healing from here. Welcome, P1tta, by the way. Green handcraft would be viable from the south. They're doing it well. They're doing it well. 27% at 25 minutes. So we're over 1% increase per minute of the game. But I believe once... Oh dear, huge hit here to the grenade factory. Eagle has spotted this now. All he has to do is grab a few. And again, all you're doing is replacing a few buildings. You're not losing science, which is good. It's just starting to look a little bit... And here we go. The first bit of military science goes across. It's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. But, you know, once that comes in abundance, a few hundred, it's going to be painful for the North. 54 to 14. I wonder if it ends quickly if they want to run it back. I wonder if this game does, for whatever reason, just somehow kind of implode. And the North go, nah, let's do it again. You know, double or nothing. They've got generous production up here, though. Like, really generous production. And although they're under pressure, spam has to... Surely they counter spam, right? Although I do have to say that I'm slightly disappointed in the South's threat farm. They could be driving this number deep into the hundreds at the moment. They're dealing with 4% bugs, 5% bugs. So you could very, very easily drive this number down. Yeah, POC, ITYTD would be the winner for the other team, I think. Yeah. Here we go. So we're switching to military spam. No deaths for a while, though. And large power come down. Brilliant. That's what you need to see. So the base on south, if it does go for long, will be fast. Whereas it looks to me like the north are... I don't know, though. I'm going to give it to the north. Like, there's two guys up here, and they've got full labs, red and green, being researched. So, well done to them for that. 29%. You know, when we hit 30... Whispers heading to outpost. These guys are pure spamming. No, we're looking at something else. No, this is pure green. Oh, we have a stealer. No stealing, please. South having some power problems, it looks like. It depends on where you're connecting from, Terminator. And some bugs are aggressing. Because the threat was positive just now, so they're going to start pulling up small amounts of belts. But at this low percent evolution, these things are super duper easy to kill. As we can see here, procs will literally come over here and just start. You can even melee them at this point. Shoot them with a pistol. Super duper easy to get rid of. But yeah, power seems to be a bit of an issue. Although it shouldn't be, really. They're already looking at defenses as well. I love to see it. Yesterday's games were a little bit of a shit show, considering we had so many people in the game. Nobody really kind of took to defense that well, so I'm glad we're seeing a wall go down. The biters are coming in, though. We need to be really aggressive on this threat farm, guys. One person is not enough. I would have 3 or 4. In fact, you know what? I'd have a team of threat farmers, 5 to 10. Why not make this number minus 20 to 50,000, right? Even if they start sending purple signs early, you can absorb that. I'd take most of the noobs. Anybody frozen down here that doesn't know what to do, I'd grab him and I'd take him down here. We're going to war, boys. And yeah, it looks to me like, yeah, outstanding. We need to build something more substantial. Something's happening down here. Okay, as long as they're not falling out. We obviously don't want people trolling, obviously. Meanwhile, up north, yeah, the labs are going strong. We're seeing the beginning of Millside, which is just wild. Power is low, though. Power is low. And that's mostly because coal needs to end up at the back end of this power line, which it will do. Which should now stabilize power for them. Or maybe you need a bit more for... Yeah, pipes needs to slap down a little bit more than that. Because you have labs, and labs are running quick. Moving on to plastics and sulfur, advanced electronics and blue. Let's take a look at the south. 35% now. Oh. Advanced materials, auto 2, fluid handling, strong explosives, logi 2, automobile, and railway. No, a different map every time, Bob. Everything randomizes, so the topography, the topology of the map is always different. The positions of the mixed patches and how many of them there are, it's always different. So the thing that makes this game the most fun, in my mind at the very least, is that you are always solving a different puzzle each time. And then the role that you choose to play within the game, it kind of changes because of the topography and the geology. So South is behind in research, I know. Yeah. Well, we don't allow blueprints. You are not allowed to bring blueprints into this game. What we will find is there are certain builds. For instance, this is quite a simple, green build where you feed your inserters and your belts across. But because of things like randomized lakes and huge forests, yeah, you have to adapt on the fly. So this is very much a thinking person's game. I don't want to throw shade on people that use blueprints because you need to on vast, massive bases. Blueprints are absolutely worth having. But for this, you've got to be quite dynamic in the way that you plan your base. Hello, boy. You're back again. You're really awake now, aren't you? You're normally asleep by now. No, that's my shoe. That's my shoe. Okay, yeah, fine. You can have it, mate. You want to say hi to Switch? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Hey, I need to get back to casting. You need to go to sleep. Going for a walk later, okay? Alright, go on, boy. Off you go. Otherwise the cat's going to steal your spot. Sorry about that. My dog is very needy at the moment. And he's very young, The weather's getting better. And I can't wait to be able to take him out. There's a spot about an hour's drive from here where there's like this massive open park. It's lovely. And obviously the weather's been a bit crap in the UK recently, so... No, BP is not brainless. BP is needed in many areas of the game, but it would be kind of a bit boring for us in this game if you just had like an open area and then you just slapped down one thing and then everybody filled it in. I like the fact that different players have different designs. So for instance, Ling, who's up north over here, I think, Ling has like a very specific build that he goes to on main. So if he's a captain of a game, you can expect to kind of follow his design philosophy, the way that he organizes his base. And it's very defensive orientated as well, which I really enjoy. He wins lots of games because of that. Whereas with the soldier, he normally opts for a much more sprawling and spread out base with the opportunity to add in extra kind of extra smelting lines if you have the necessary resources. So when I captain, I tend to leave those decisions to main place builders. No, pollution doesn't do anything, this map. We've disabled it, I guess. Mostly because the bugs are aggressive all the time anyway. And now we can see with some upgrades, the threat farmers, even at 38%, are managing to drive that number into the negative. So the threat and the evo will always be increasing, but the sending from each team is making one side stronger than the other. So yeah. I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact that they're pushing the threat. I thought they might go out with a Whimperer. So yeah, no evolution, but the bugs get strong. and they become aggressive naturally over the course of the game. So, yeah. Also, let me know if the music is a little too loud or if it's too quiet. I can kind of do a little bit of level changing. We'll move around. I think on the hour we'll change the playlist so there's a little bit of a different vibe, as we kind of go through the map. But yeah, we can see a huge grenade production here. The north is already polluted with professional players. So yeah, you kind of pollute the other side, making the bugs stronger. They have more health, they evolve. So here now at 41%, they're 41% evolved. So that's their strength, speed, and how hard they hit. Scanning around, I can see some green signs, spam getting set up. Nice little mixed mall here. Huge green spam here. And Melik's getting something going on too with Dr. Claw. It's just slowly but surely building. But North have completed Blue Tech. And South with 51 players, it's behind the barrier. We need plastics and sulfur and advanced electronics before we can even get there. The North have ruthlessly researched with less players, but more efficiency though. I mean, we've already got Milsci going into labs. Look at this. They're at a massive player disadvantage. And they're ahead. And this is where things start to take a turn, You can sprint off the line in a race. You can all be on the same line and you can sprint and get ahead and push the Evo to 40, 50%. If they research deeper than you, yeah, Big Bite I think will be maybe a turning point. But I'd like to think that these guys are going to kind of probably rush and keep the defense. So the main base in North does not look to me like the main idea. To me, if I was playing, and I'm not, but if I was, I'd keep this as small as possible. I would keep this tiny. Comparative to the south space, which looks like it's going to kind of take up this much room, there or thereabouts, I would turtle up the North super, super hard. And basically just fight it out. Flame turrets, grenades, capsules if you like. And I'm guessing some of these bases out on the periphery, allow these guys to be the main idea, to make your spam, to get to purple. We'll have to wait and see, but we already have oil coming through and being processed, or being collected at the very least. We're 37 minutes into the game, and if I take a scan over the south, not a single oil deposit has been tapped. Now, some people thought I was joking when I said there were nightmare people. These are nightmare people. And they should never be allowed to play together. They're friends, so they will, but they should never really be allowed to be on the same team because it makes things very unfair. Very, very unfair. So let me just ask, we've had a couple of people join, and they might just not know how to get in, so... I'll ask, and then hopefully we might be able to get a few more people chucked into the game. Jinko might, Max may, but if not, they can watch. It's all good in the hood. So yeah, Milsci's in. It's not coming through quick, but it's enough, and they're hand feeding it as well. Grenades and walls. But you know what? I've got a little bit of everything. Developer got dropped. That's sad. We are losing some people, it looks like. The threat farm continues. The north at minus 485, the south at minus 916. So the south are cresting a 1k threat farm. Could we add the danger ore mod? We are always welcome, and I mean this. I don't just say this we are always welcome to try new things. We've done Industrial Revolution, Bob's Mods, Crastorio, you name it, we've tried it. So if you have a suggestion for a mod... Oh, the chat key is the tilde key. You know the key above tab? Do you know, what's the name of that key? Key... I don't know the name. Is it tilde? Tilde? I don't have a lot of time to Grave accent. Yes, that one. If you hit that, you can type in. If you want to talk to only your team, then you just don't put any dashes. You just speak, like, you type in a message and send it. And if you want to speak to a particular side or shout, then you need to type -S. I wouldn't recommend talking to the other team. I don't think they're going to talk back. Trash talk may... Oh, body blows. Enkling, rock them with some blue signs. Here we go. The counterpunch has begun. It is 40 minutes into a game, and for the first time, the plebs are receiving some pressure. 27 blue jugs were hurled across, changing the evolution by 4.4%, adding 300 bugs onto the map. And now the South need to start worrying because the aggression is going to start happening towards them. What we will also see is when the positive threat happens, and it will happen eventually, we're going to start to see these little small bases on the side come under pressure. And this is what I was worried about, is it's great having a wall, but when the bugs start crashing in... Oh, somebody wants to get in? Yeah, I'm in. We need you, mate. We need you in. Let's go. Rough Roman. Boom. Have fun. Good luck. So yeah, the pressure is on now. North got battered. They lost people. They can now commit 4 people up here to threat farm. And again, the threat is positive, and it's at 47%, so we're cresting into that 50% mark. But they've got the numbers advantage. So although those bugs are strong and they will crash into the base, yeah, that needs to be 50 to see that evolutionary change. But the North are building blue signs. And that's before the South have even built any military science. Not a single military science jug has been used for science and research, and we are close to flamethrowers. If Enkling's blue spam works as the way I think it will, and he's just feeding 20 to 40, yeah, we can see this evolution number jump up. And it will jump up quickly as well. It's at 20% now. In the last 5 or 6 minutes, with a couple of sends, it's not been massive really. Only less than 100 jugs, welcome Dr. Kong, less than 100 jugs have gone across to the South, and they are now up to 21%. This is not good for the South. They are not very far away from getting flamethrower turrets, but they are 2 researchers behind, and they have 53 players to the 14 of North. Just comprehend that for a second. 14 people's efforts have overtaken the efforts of 53. Now, again, these are very good players, obviously. It's not GG at all, but it's starting to swing. That momentum shift, that numbers advantage we have at the beginning, will start to swing in. Big biters will come into play soon. They just threat farm. Yeah, mate, honestly, Rafe, they just went straight for it, straight for the jugular. Let's go in, let's do some damage. Okay, it's fine if we die a few times, we'll come back. And another 20 from Ling. Alarm bells at this point would be ringing. Now, here's what's positive. There is a wall. It's not very thick, but it exists, right? This isn't an imaginary wall. This is real, which is great. There are bases outside of this, which I worry about, but that's fine. Yeah, death has to earn me. Whenever I do threat farming, if I run out of resources, I'll still kite them, because it's like, you have to earn the right to kill me off in the game, right? I'm not just going to throw myself around. Yeah, mate, each player is worth 3.7 player. I'd say probably more than that, if I'm being completely honest. If you take the average MMR of each of these players, they probably outweigh those. In fact, I can calculate that. Give me a second. Have a look at this. This is actually wild when you come to think of it. Any of you guys that don't know that we have stats in the game, this is the current game that's on now. Have a look at the difference in elo between the two sides. We have guys in the thousands on North. Yeah, we have guys with stats time. You got to love a bit of a stat. Now, not everybody on South is being super duper operational. They're not like working at max capacity, but they absolutely have a numbers advantage. So this is where we start to see a swing away from their spam, and you need to now have a concrete base. You need this wall to go all the way down to the edge and cover everything off. Make sure Arf Holloway doesn't lose his power building out here. Alright, threat farmer goes down. That's fine. The bugs are getting bigger and stronger for the South, and it depends if the South have their research done. They're going for projectile shooting speed and damage when they could be researching plastics and sulfur. So they're committing to this? It would be a terrible idea if they commit just to Gristy, we need you, mate. The North are winning. The North, 14 people are beating 52. They need Milscion yesterday. An Enkling with a huge 166 blue jug send rockets the evolution up to 31%, and the bugs are now active on South. The bugs are medium. The North will be dealing with big bugs, obviously, now that we've hit that 50%, and we will find some. And big bugs are harder to kill. They have more health, they're more armored, and they move faster. I'm sure they're okay, mate. I'm sure they're okay. If you are worried, you can obviously contact different services. If you know what country they went to, there'll be an embassy. Where did they travel to, mate? If you haven't heard from them for a while and you're worried, maybe reach out to your embassy and say, my parents are nationals in this country. I'm their son, and we've had no contact. So I'm worried about their safety. I'm worried about how they're doing. I think that would be maybe a good idea, because if you call the police, they're not going to really be able to investigate anything, because it's not really a crime. The first big biter is in. But yeah, my advice to you, they go to the capital. I'm not too sure, mate. I have no idea. It could be worth, if you have like missing persons services, calling the police maybe. But yeah, if you're worried about them, mate, try and locate them the best way you can. Phone them, contact other friends. Maybe put a social media post going, hey, has anybody heard from my parents? But yeah, if you're worried about it, mate, try and get some help and look for people that can help as well. I hope you can solve that one, mate. It must be stressful. The bugs have evolved on North to big, and South are not far away, 34% with blue signs being thrown across the barrier. It's looking pretty grim. And 377 has gone across already. The wall's holding, but again, you need those static defenses. And are we close to flame turret? We did research it, right? No, we did. We're miles away. Boys, we're miles away from this. Oh no. Okay, so the wall. All right, the wall is going down. Let's check into these outposts. These things are going to start swinging into gear very soon as well. I would be very advocative, if that even is a word. I'd be an advocate for getting flamer towers down very, very, very soon. The bugs are stronger, yes. You can continue to threat farm. Yes, flamers are needed. You have a wall, that's great. You're surrounding yourself with protective areas and layers. You've got oil being pumped in. You need obviously to, crack that oil down, and somebody needs to be thinking far ahead into the distance. Start building that steel up. Start looking at, here we go, yeah, the beginning of your engines and your flamers. Finally, research is really flying now on the South. And I'll check up north what they're going for. Military 3. So we're looking at capsules sub 1 hour. Defend in all caps from LPO. And again, yeah, the wall just kind of keeps them at bay. It keeps them pushed back. But this will fall eventually if nobody comes to defend this. Tech Priest comes in, but be careful, mate. These are strong. A grenade will down the small ones, but you'll need 2 or 3 to get rid of these medium armored bugs. And again, if you go down as well, then is it worth it? Well, I guess it kind of is for that. Cool. So I'll try and see if we can get a Roman in here, and then I'll explain the kind of general idea. Clutch goes down, and he was killed by Dampy. That's rude. I'm going to jail Dampy later. Team kill. Wait on a second. No, dying doesn't really do anything other than the fact that it takes a body out of the game for a couple of seconds. So going down here is not the worst thing in the world, but if the wave had killed you off, they would then go and fight this, kill it, and then fight down here. So you kind of need as many people in the game as possible, effectively. Oh, the adverts. I hope you guys can appreciate it. I put on the least amount of adverts possible. I roll the bare minimum I'm allowed to roll, and they're not here for money's sake at all. It's more or less, for me, coffee money, basically. I can buy a jar of coffee if I stream in a month. So, yeah, for any of you guys thinking I'm making money, I'm not. And I don't want to. I'm not here for that. I've never really cared to be like self-publicizing and any of that jazz. Almost 40% though. The threat farmers on the south are under pressure. The bugs are going to start to pot noodle money. That's the one. Yes. So yeah, the threat is positive now, plus 3,000. They're getting crowbarred out of that position as well. So it looks to me like it's been a blue rush on blue rush, like the efficacy of the green and the red send now is kind of all but done. Yes, I agree, P1tta. 50+%, you need something more than what you have. You need defenders. And potentially we could see an outposter on the north go down. And if that happens, that's huge. If Smiling Nasser, for whatever reason, does go down, and I don't think he will because he's a very good player, but if he does go down, that is alarm bells for North, because you're going to be losing a blue chip production that you absolutely need to stay up. You need to keep this afloat as much as possible. And as you can see here, it's just how hard it is to keep these bugs from running up onto you and giving you grief, giving you trouble. But yeah, it is ticking. I wonder though, would it not be better if they pulled all of this together? So instead of these segmented sends of 70 or 80, if Enkling was to run over here and combine his blue with this blue. Oh, that was because I was explaining stuff. So we're having lots of new people join. As you can see, the numbers are growing each week, and I want to try and keep chat open for the new guys. Like Rough Roman, I've asked if he wants to come in, and just so that I can explain what the game mode is. Also, I will be putting up some educational videos later on the YouTube channel. That is pinned up at the very top of chat, and that will be for the new players. You know, that will be for the new guys. Let's see, how are we getting? We're closing in on Flame Towers. Are we? Please tell me you're getting there. All right, we're one research away from going towards Flame Towers. We then need to build some. We then need to like flush our walls out a little bit. But we're at the 51-minute mark. The North are streaks ahead. In fact, if anything, they think it's letting them down a little bit, and only a small amount. This is just, it's so frightening how fast these guys can play. They have blue already being fed into their research, as well as blue being thrown across the map. And the South are at 50. Oh, they've caught up. They've caught up. The South now are dealing with big bugs, and they are 2 researches away from getting Flame Towers down. They are cocooned into a base. Streaks ahead, yeah, it's a British phrase. You'll see me use a lot of really crappy British phrases. Although apparently my German disco announcer is very on point, which I may use later on if something happens. But yeah, I've got a very good German disco. Okay, let's go. Time to party. Yeah, we'll do that later though, not right now. Yeah, missing blue on South. With the numbers advantage, you'd be sure to know maybe, just maybe, they would be able to get blue up in time. But then there might be a lot of busy work going on that doesn't help anyone, that isn't helping anybody. Let's get party. Although they're having to kite through forests now. Interesting. We're almost at 60% here for the North. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, and the chat is terrible. I remember being in a pub somewhere, and it was like, "Let's get sexy," and I'm like, "How?" Get your drink and come to the dance. Time for techno. And a death on North. Dampy goes down. Hey, Rough Roman, nice to have you with us, mate. Firstly, my name's Ghosty. I'm the referee of this game. Today is a special event. But there'll be a normal game after this. You can see, obviously, there's only 14 people up on the north, and on the south, there's 52. The bugs are... And this team up north have challenged our server to play against us. So basically, these are professional players. These are high skill, high level players that have challenged our entire server to play. Now, I'm going to keep on this action right now, but I will tell you... We have... So, the thing you have to keep alive is a rocket silo. At the beginning of the game, every team, north and south, gets one of these. You have to protect it at all costs. If the bugs get to this, and the bugs eat this and kill this, the game is over. And at the moment, there are bugs very close to the silo. I'm just going to watch and see how we go here. I think the north may have come unstuck. I don't know if it's best of one. We're only an hour in. I think they might want to run this back. I'm happy to keep streaming if there's another game. If we make this best of 3, 52 versus 14. So the idea of the game, Roman, is to keep this silo alive. At the very top of Twitch chat, you'll see that there's a YouTube link that's been posted. Oh, this has got to be it, right? They're flooding through. On that YouTube channel, tonight, I'll be posting some guides for new players. We're having lots of new people join us, and so I've made some content about how you play the game and the different roles that you can have. So I appreciate this is your first game, and it's a bit chaotic because there's loads of people on one team and not very many people on the other. Normally the teams are balanced. It's just today is a special game where we have a special event on. So yeah, feel free to stick around, but the basic idea is you have to keep this rocket silo on your side safe and alive. Yeah. You can also influence the bugs, and you can see on the side here, there's lots of people sending science across. And when you send science, effectively you build it, you put it in your pocket, and you throw it over to the other side, making the bugs stronger, evolving them, and making more of them. And the north have, because of the numbers advantage, I think, the north are struggling at the moment. Their base has been flooded with bugs. And as much as a strong and gallant defense, you can repair the silo. We did see this a couple of games ago. Unfortunately, when you're at that point, you're kind of like stuck because you're repairing a silo, but you should be killing the stuff. Now, again, this has been a great game on both sides. The south have had massive problems too. 56% from the north. I believe they've just missed out on a timing attack. And yeah, one thing I would say is if you were to play a normal game, it would look very different to this. So obviously we normally have equal teams, but the North's base has been flooded with bugs, and I don't think there's much coming back from this. They'll try their hardest. These aren't the kind of players that just give up, but the pressure at the moment is overwhelming. It is just nightmare time for the North. And although they're nightmare people, and to their own right, they're all very strong players, the North have succumbed at 57 minutes to the Plebs. I can't believe it. We did it, boys. We did it. The South won. Oh, Christ. I can't believe it. It's wild, the difference in skill. Honestly, if you were to... Excellent pressure. Yeah, that's all we had to do. That's all we had to do was just pressure. First game, 100 time to retire, mate. Tech Priest, you need to just pack it in. It's not going to get any better from here. And again, yeah, they were prepping for defenses because if the South managed to continue their push, then yeah, the South were in a lot of trouble. But that was incredible. I'm going to stay online, guys. There's going to be another game after this. It might be a special game where we're given free items. But let me just choose the outcome real quickly. The Plebs took it. The Plebs took it. What's my dog barking at? One sec. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I just need to go make sure my dog's okay. He's barking at something. But well done, everyone. 44,000 pot noodles go to Skelly Boy. What's the breakdown here of this? That's incredible. All right, I've got a message. Oh, they want to go again. Oh, they want to go back. They want to have a run back. Let's see. All right, I've got Discord popping off at the moment. I think they want to go again. I think we might be running this back. Let me ask the question. That would be incredible. Piece of cake, the South have no chance at all. I'm saying it now, I'm calling it before the game has even started. If they have an easier game mode, so not the easy difficulty, but something different, like ITYTD or POC, the North wins every time. Every single time. And it's not a question in my mind at all. The plebs will get run over like a monster truck hitting a frog. You can, yeah, absolutely. You can vote for yourself, play in the game, and win points for yourself. Oh, but that was, firstly, that was a great game, by the way. Very close. Very, very close. Let's see what Discord's saying. I've got a few messages coming through. They're talking about running it back. Oh, they're strategizing. Okay, right, here we go. They're strategizing. At the moment, online, let's just dip out real quick and see what the server's looking like. We have 70 people. Oh, they won it. Let's go. They won a game 2. They won a game 2? Oh, I'm so happy, guys. I mean, the plebs, they're 1-0. All right, let's go.
This is where your story
Yeah, boy.
Sorry, I won't be here to see it. But I don't want you to be sad.
We're going again. We're going again. All right, I'm so hyped, boys. What music? What music should I stick on for this? Drum and bass has been good, but I feel like we can mix it up a little bit. Copyright free. Let's see what I can find. Rock was kind of good. Did you guys like rock music yesterday? Jazz, R&B. Yeah, what happens if it ends up 1-1? What happens if it's like, oh, we're doing a best of 3, aren't we? We're doing a best of 3, like no matter what. I'm in. I'm absolutely in. POC is good. Okay, so there. So we're mixing things up a little bit, and it looks like we may be experiencing a different difficulty. Okay. All right. Do you know what, guys? Just to start the game off, Sonny Boy Williamson too. We're gonna just to chill for a second, just to bring things down a bit. Take a deep breath. Get ready for game 2. I'm gonna stick on some really chilled out, jazz for now, and then we'll get into the game. It's gonna be if we go POC, it's gonna be ridiculous, and we're gonna see. And do you know what? They're gonna be upset about this. I know these players. I know these guys. They are not going to be happy with that result. I wouldn't be. They are going to bring everything to this. If you think that they were rough to play against the first time round, and they've got some backup, 16 versus the rest. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Who are they adding in? Who's going to be the extra? If Anti-Elites joins right now, I'm just turning my stream off and jumping out of a window because there's no fucking way we're doing this. I'm not playing, mate. I'm referee. We need somebody to referee it, so. Let's see who they add in. They have some substitutes. I was told they have subs. Let me see who the subs list are. Okay. Ooh. No way. Okay, do you guys want to try and guess who they have as a substitute in the background? So we have these 12 guys here, and then I've been given a list of people that will join if they need extra people to come in. Okay, Anti's doing 100%. Got you. Okay, so we won't see an Anti-Elite today, but in the background, as backup, and they're probably loading up their Steam right now, is Bits Oreo, Mystic Amber, Hydrochronic. Hey Christian, the game will take a while to start. I think you've got about 5 or 10 minutes whilst we figure out what's going on. We're changing the difficulty mode to something slightly easier, and the North, the mystery team, are going to get 2 or 3 extra players. Well done, by the way, on game 1. That was huge. I did not expect that result at all. And the North team are calling in reinforcements. They've asked for a few more players, and they have a backup list ready to go. So Bits Oreo, Mystic Amber, Hydrochronics, and 1 more. Maybe joining. Oh, I love this. I'm so glad we're running a special today. We will get a prediction on. Oh, we will. I just want to see who these extra people coming in are. Yeah, it's POC this second time round. No. It's Neuro just loading into the game and changing the difficulty. Fuck's sake, Neuro. He's so chaotic, it's unreal. 16 versus 32. No, they're still adding people in. There's 58 now. We'll end up with 60 in total. No worries, dude. I hope you can find your parents, mate. Let me know how you get on with that. Because that is important. That's more important than this. Okay, right. The predictions are going to go up. Who's going to win? The Mystery Nightmare people or the 1-0 Pleb team? I'll just say this now. Right, this is because we've got a lot of new people in. I'm just going to kind of say, look, just join me on Twitch. Roman obviously came in and we could explain a little bit about what was going on. The Nightmare people have got some votes. Yeah, some will drop, but I think 50 plus is going to be different. So the different difficulty modes, I don't know if I can bring this up from my side. Let me hop back across the river. Because I'm going to be spectating the whole game. That way we have a VOD of the game, effectively. We have I'm Too Young to Die, which is the easiest. Piece of Cake, easy, normal, and then a series of very difficult maps. And effectively, the easier ones mean that when you throw science, they're less effective. So from normal is 100% effectiveness, and then beyond that are like the nightmare modes, which like are horrible to play. Piece of Cake is a nice mid-ground where the game will run for about 2 hours, maybe 3. With these guys on North, you're looking at... That's all you need. This is all you need, boys. Yeah, Piece of Cake for these guys is a 2.5 hour game. We will see rockets. We will see a rocket in this game for sure. Oh, that's nice. They put me in the river. Are we winning yet? Right, so I'm guessing that the North are asking... Yeah, I can move you back, mate. I can move you back. They just grabbed everybody who wasn't on... It's really hard to find your name, though, because of all this. Boom. So yeah, even if we stay at 50 players plus, you're still looking at a massive numbers advantage. Spam will still work, however. Spam will still work. But it's less effective. And I love the fact that... Oh. They're asking for a 14th. I can't stay long and we want North to win. Oh no. Chrono's in? Yeah. Alright. We're now waiting for number 14 to come. I believe they're loading up now as we speak. I'm just on Discord in the admin channel and they're saying that there's somebody on their way. I'm going to get a drink really quickly and I advise you guys do too. So feel free to get up and have a stretch. Get something to eat if you need to. This next game is going to be a banger. The first one was great, an hour-long game, and the Plebs took it. I'm so happy for them. They so totally don't deserve that win, but somehow they managed to. The P1tta, they want you up north. I don't know what's going on. Even if you can only play with them for a little bit. All right, yeah, I'm going to take that real quick break. I'm going to get something to eat. I feel free to do that as well. And we'll be back here in 2 minutes. And the game will start very soon. I think they're just talking strategy at the moment because they lost game 1. They're kind of figuring out what they need to do game 2. So yeah, see you guys back here in about 2 minutes. And the game will start very, very soon. Catch you in a bit. Back just in time. We have begun. Did they keep P1tta? Oh, look at that. 50 people. No, 51. With about 7 or 8 AFK, they will come into play. Yeah. That's about it. South. I'll just put that out one more time so that if we do get any new people join, they know where to go and how to kind of get involved. This is going to be an easier map to defend, actually. Let's take a scan around. Let's see what is and what isn't. As I unload my MS Paint high-level tools. The lakes provide you a massive window of opportunity here. You can actually divide the base kind of like this. You know, as your initial walls, I guess, and then you can build a lot of your production within the kind of the center of this area. Beyond that, do we have oil? We do. It's very close. Really nice oil, very close, actually. Smelting lines have gone down already. My channel doesn't exist. Doesn't it? Okay, apparently I don't exist. And you're all not real. So again, we have a 2-man main. A 2-man main. Holloway's gone down. Speed running the instant death. 2 minutes in. RIP Holloway. What is my dog barking at? Oh, he's fine. Yeah, he's probably just heard something. Oh, mate, can you imagine? I think we could do it. I think most of the people in game are viewing. I want to say that some of these guys here are currently in stream, so I would happily do that. Because I think we'd win. No, in fact, you know what? I know we'd win. So yeah, again, a 2-man main base. Pipes and Runeboggler. Oh, mate, it's not easy, is it? It's not easy at all. You could potentially try and like line your efforts up to making walls. You guys are going to need it. The way that this game is going to work, in my mind, is that we're flipping away from that spam meta that we saw before. There will be spam bases, and people will do, you know, kind of your red and green spam, maybe even military spam. But this is going to go into the middle to late game. And it's where I don't think that the massive number advantage that you have is in your favor. I may be wrong about this. I'm calling it now. If we go beyond blue science, this is North's game to lose. If we go beyond blue. If for some strange reason they falter or the spam is successful, which again I don't think it will be with the easy difficulty that we're playing now, we're looking at them taking off. We're on the runway, we're fueling our jets, we're fueling our planes. We have 50 people here with all one goal, which is to get this idea off the ground. And if they can't get off the ground first, trust me, the North will start going on huge purple and yellow bombing runs, detonating your evolution. So this will be, in my mind, a 2-hour game where some of the best players and fastest players on our server are playing on an easier difficulty, which works very much in their favor. Game 1, fair enough, the plebs took it, and I'm proud of them all. I'm proud of every single one of those plebs. But Game 2, yeah, this is going to be meaty. This is going to be a meaty, meaty game. And if I swing over to the predictions, we have one person that's voted for the North, 4 for the South. There's over 3,000 pot noodles. No. We have, do you know what? I haven't done an S tier. I haven't ranked them yet. But I'm more than happy to do a ranking of them. Basically, if it's a Bombay bad boy, I'll eat it, hands down. Chicken and mushroom, no thank you. Terrible. I've yet to have a consistent chicken and mushroom pot noodle. But yeah, Bombay bad boy is the way to go. You need a little bit of spice. A little bit of spice in there is the way forward. Once again, if any of you guys want to watch a player's perspective, Runebogler is currently streaming this. So you'll be able to watch from his perspective what the game looks like. Anyone on spec wants to join? Let's see, there's a couple that Nameless Imp got in. Posleglu has gotten in. Yeah, you got to double down, mate. You got to double down. You got to earn it back. And plus, they've got P1tta now. You know, they've got P1tta in the game. All right, and I'll change up the music as well. We'll get something a little bit more. Get something a little bit more hype in. All right, what do I go for? Copyright free. Jazz is not the one, I don't think. I used this the other day. This could be a good playlist. Plebs. Oh dear. All right, let's run this back. The server team won last game. We had somewhere in the region of 58 players versus the 13 on North. So it's an interesting one. But that was on a more difficult difficulty. We're now one notch back in the difficulty ladder. And piece of cake, I think. North put P1tta on main. But they're sticking to their threat farming ideas. This is going to be big. Honestly, they're going to threat farm much more efficiently up here. The thing that let the South down the most was they didn't commit a lot of people here. You kind of need to have, you need to start burning out the existence of the bugs as soon as you can. Like within the first 5 minutes, you need to be notching up multiple kills. And I know it takes a while to start up. It is frustrating, but get in their face the moment you can. Start pushing them around. Don't let them take control. Yeah, I think that's a fair shout. The difficulty doesn't necessarily denote what the kind of game length would be. But we're looking at, with these players on North, Team Global Vision. I can zoom out as much as I can. Yeah, and we'll tap into what these guys are up to as well down the line. At the moment, everyone's kind of getting into position. So they're kind of running to a spot which they can think will be the best position for their base. As I was just saying, with Piece of Cake game mode and the players on North, this won't go beyond 2.5 hours, purely because of the speed at which they can play. On a normal game, a Piece of Cake game can go anywhere between 2 and 4 hours, and that's if things are optimized. These are optimal players playing on an optimal map role, and they have nothing getting in their way. This is effectively, if you could pick a team of perfect players, this is who you'd want on your team. And Carl, obviously. So all of these guys, and Carl's like the competition winner. You know, they have like chocolate bars where it's like, you can play for Man United for one day, you know, join a training session. Yeah, these are all the professionals. This is Man United, or a good, I don't know what like a good football team is. And this is the competition winner here. I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm happy to see the threat farming as it's begun on the south. We see some smelting going down here from Joshua and Tech Priest. Neuro's got a little outpost out here with Pavev. There's nobody else more easterly than these guys. Harper's out here with Jinko, Ace Frog. Kajito's out here by Oil, which is looking quite tasty. And this probably will be a spam outpost, I'm guessing. Hard to know at the beginning of the game. But we will see things start to come together and coalesce. At the moment, the most important thing that the South can do is begin automating your smelting. You know, we can see, you know, from last game that the North weren't slow to the punch at all when it came to this. Use your numbers advantage. If you're joining any team, mate, I'm not saying you're not good enough, you're going south. The North don't need another player. Yeah, get this going on. Handcraft all the stuff. Handcraft the belts. Handcraft the everything. Get it down. Make it work for you. And then from there, hopefully, you can learn the lessons from last game where they went behind in terms of their science and their research. It's a shame we do have a couple of people AFK. It's fine if you want to watch, but it does inflate the numbers somewhat. You know, when there's not really 52 people playing against 14 at the moment. But these guys might wake up or come alive, reanimate themselves and get into the game. And yeah, we'll just have to see it as we go. I wonder if they're going to do the same thing. Yeah, name the sim. You can get in, mate. Oh, Guido. Hashtag me too. Jesus, mate. All you've got to do is ask. There we go. Nice. So yeah, here we go. There are a few more players that are joining that hopefully will play. There we go. Greedo's off. Well, yeah, like most games, and obviously this is a slightly easier game mode, it'll take a while for this to take off, for it to really accelerate into the kind of games that we love to see. I love the look of this. Massive power. You've got a decent enough coal patch around your main base to fund this. Smelting is going down, which again you'd love to see. And we've got some belt automation to begin with, so. No, I thought this would be a good playlist, and it probably is, but I'm not into it right now. I'm going to just change the music a little bit. Drum and bass, it's okay, I don't mind it. Do we have any preference? Let's go for this, for now, at the very least. I just wonder who's leading the charge here. Who's the captain of the South? Let me ask. I wonder if there's somebody that's running the show, or if they have kind of divided themselves up. Let me head to Discord real quick. Sometimes they divide themselves up into subgroups. So there'll be like an outposters chat. No, they're just all in general. Oh no. Okay, right, let me do this real quick. Sorry, somebody put a support ticket in? Oh yeah, let me tell... yeah, I'll make people aware that aren't aware at the moment to join the Discord voice chat. You don't need to talk, but somebody might say, hey man, can you give me a hand with X, Y, and Z? And then you'll know. And typing things out always takes a little bit longer, doesn't it? So it's always good to be able to listen, even if you don't want to talk. Right. Get a bit of water. And settle in. It's not going to be a 1 hour game. Hello, dog. You alright? Are you excited? I'm not feeding you for another hour or two. Okay? He's on a mad one today. Alright, yeah, apologies about that. The dog may every now and again just kind of pop up. I'll try and make sure it doesn't bark into the mic. I've got the mic quite high up, so he can be a little yappy at times. But yeah, the threat farming has begun. Minus 691 at the moment, almost minus 700, and kind of keeping pace with the south. It's a larger kind of like amount of people out here. They're committing 3 to this initial threat farming, whereas the south are only committing 2 bodies. Again, it's not a negative view to have on this kind of situation, but I would want double, if not triple, the amount of people. With the number of people playing here, I'd almost kind of disassemble one of these outposts and just say, look, come and join us. Oh, Holloway. Press F to pay respects. Another death. And another player without a gun? Seriously? Okay, that's not ideal. I mean, you're more than welcome to just watch, mate, if the lag is that bad. Or maybe go and build up the main base, because you've got a couple of people down there, but the ideal number for me is 5. You know, with the numbers you have, 53 people, take 5 of them, take them down here with grenades and bullets and just blow stuff up. You know, 2% evolved bugs is a free hit for anybody. But you guys are doing a good job in that negative threat anyway. So we've got a kind of a trifecta here. We have a triangle to the north. We've got, let me just zoom in real quick, drop this down. We have main base, we have our outposts, and then we have our threat farming. And they're not far away from each other, let's be honest. They're less spread out. Last game, it surprised me a little bit of the distance that they decided to put the outpost. Now, distance is normally dictated by resources, right? If you need a massive iron patch, you're going to have to move your base over here, right? You need to, because you can't, move it into this base, for instance. But they're keeping everything very close. And it appears to be 1, 2, 3 different mini bases, a 4th up here, 5 and 6 different builds. So there are 6 different components to the North's build. I don't know, Trill's not banned, I don't think. That's someone knocking on my door. I think someone's banging on my... Who the fuck is banging on my door? 1 second, guys. On a fucking Sunday as well. Sorry about that. I just had a very distressed old woman knock on my door, and I still don't really know what she wanted. But the people she was asking who lived here don't live here. I live here. So I hope she can find her granddaughter, but I have no idea who she was talking about. And I just had one of those really confusing conversations which just, kind of loop. I don't know. I feel, getting old is not a terrible thing, but I'd be worried if I lost my faculties. Is that the right word? The stream seems to be lagging. I can do things. I can do things to help that. Give me a second. As it stands as well, you might not know this because we're in the admin channel. Something's happening to the server right now. So there might be some internal work. I don't know, fucking nerd stuff. I stay away from all this nerd stuff, But welcome anyway, guys. Apologies about that. The server's not dying. It's currently being upgraded, and I think with that, we're going to get slight bumps in performance. But I leave that stuff to the absolute nerds like Neuro and Cliff Build and all those guys. Let's check in. Sorry, that completely sidetracked me. I opened my door up and there's this tiny lady there and she's like mumbling and I was like, okay. And then, she just... Awesome. I closed down a few programs in the background as well. Nothing too nefarious, but, just random stuff I don't need open. And she just mumbled a bit and said that somebody used to live here. And I was like, well, they don't live here now. And do you know who Jane is? I don't know Jane. I don't know any Janes around here. And I hope she finds what she's looking for, but it's not here. I have streams to do. The plebs are going up against the pros again. It's 1-0. It's 1-0 to the plebs. In fact, let me change the title of the stream. Do people take offense to be called plebs? I don't know. I wouldn't. So all right. Let's dial back. That's really thrown me. Let's dial back in. We have a couple of outposts here. Whispers out to the far, far west. Claw and Peen Pappy. Space Dog. Cog and Q-Crat. It would only upset exactly. You're only upset if you are one. We've got a decent outpost out here. Cog, White Lawful. This is actually really, really strong outpost. If you were to add any players into this professional team, it would probably be someone like Cog, Fordecker or Q-Crat in and amongst these guys. So we're looking good here. We're looking good out here for this outpost. Space Dog seems to be setting up some kind of smelting too. The threat farming's going well for both sides. 1,300 on south, now 1,400 on either side, so basically neck and neck on the threat farm. And there's been a small send. 15 red jugs. Does nothing really. Let's not have another pleb game. Quiet bat people. Best day. Chocolate ice cream. I feel you, mate. It's been a great, great day. I managed to get out, go for a run. The weather's finally good. I've got a curry to make later for dinner. Oh, yeah. The weather's finally nice. And we have some Factorio on stream again. And you guys are here. It's always a good day when you guys turn up. And I'm not just saying that because you're my viewers and I'm trying to butter you up. But I think we have... I bumped into a couple of other streams a few days ago and I thought, let's see if I'm doing anything I shouldn't be doing, or maybe learn a lesson from some other streamers on other games as well, not just Factorio. And I realized that I think I engage with the chat quite well. I'm not the best. I do miss things and I apologize if I do. But I bumped into a streamer who had the same kind of viewers as me, and every time I answered a question, they just didn't answer. And I was a bit like, as a viewer, I don't think I'd be that keen on coming back. Purely just because it was a question about the game they were playing, and it was a very simple one. It wasn't like, please explain to me the meaning of life, anything like that. And they just completely chinned me off. And what's funny is I saw them read the message and they just went, nah. I was like, okay, yeah. Everybody does differently, so I don't judge. But I'm always looking to improve, though. That's my key here. Is I want to get a little better every time. So the negativity isn't negative. It's just me being critical of what I can do to do better. And in that vein, good news, everyone. On the YouTube channel later today, the first of many tutorial videos of P1tta battles will be going up. So it's like, keep your eyes open for that. Keep tuned in. If you need to watch some tutorials on specific things, they will be being made over time. It's a lot of work to put this stuff together, but it's worth it. You know, we get a lot of new people joining us on stream. We got a lot of new people joining us on YouTube. And even in this game now, there's a lot of people that are quite fresh. So I feel like being able to point them in the direction of a tutorial is the right thing to do for now for them. And you never know. We might end up with some pretty handy players, you know. Down the line, Tech Priest might end up like an absolute beast. You never know. He could be the next Ghosty. Could he? Probably not. But it's worth floating it out there for dramatic effect. But all jokes aside, though, I am very humble. Do you know what it is? Do you know when somebody's really into something? You know, like I don't really like. I've recently gotten into Formula One, but I don't know a lot about it. And I've got a friend of mine who is like really into Formula One, all the technology and all the different builds and aerodynamic stuff. And when he talks about it, I can see he's really passionate, and it gets me hyped up about it. So yeah, I kind of want to do that for people in the community. I want to hype things up a little bit at times. You never know. Some tutorials might bring about a kind of new wave of players that come and join us. Oh, mate, I'd love to cast that. I don't know, does Nephrim still play? I'm probably on at different times, but does Nephrim still play P1tta battles or Factorio? Because I know that they do bounce around different building games. But I'd love to be able to reach out and say, hey guys, do you mind, would you want to, firstly, would you want to play against each other? If you could like make a team of 10v10 maybe or something, we could do like a show match. But that's another really good question. I don't know where the P1tta battles community stands. He's designing got you. Yeah, because they were really into they're really into getting their times down and stuff. But that's a very good question, actually. I don't think that we're looked down upon. I don't think we're the ugly stepchild of the Factorio modded runs and stuff. I don't think we're the most popular either. I think speedrunning has to be the most popular, thing to do on Factorio, because it's cool when you beat a speedrun. I watched Zasper last night. They got a personal best. I think it was a PB on any percent. And I was genuinely hyped when they did it. I was like, let's fucking go, boys. Because it's just cool, man. You know, they're trying so hard for like a full 50 minutes, just going balls to the wall. And then they just nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Okay. Interesting. That I did not know. They have to get the record before 2.0 drops. And then what? Oh yeah, because there's new meta, isn't there? There's new items being introduced. Apologies for anybody that wants me to be commented. I will look around the map. I'm interested in some of this speedrunning stuff. And I am tempted. I was talking to Amitai yesterday, and I feel like I need to get involved. Trying to get a better 100% record before Derek overtakes it. I've been watching Derek. Well, Team McIntyre, but I've been following them along quite closely. That's not going to take long to knock, time off of that run. They are so fast, and they're so committed to it as well. Like sometimes I'll be on Twitch in the middle of a work day, so I'll have a few minutes to just log in and see who's on, and I'll see them, and it is like, I don't know how you can keep focus for that long. It's wild. It's so impressive though. It's so impressive, like, because it matters to them. That's the thing, is that I don't care about, you could be passionate about anything in life, anything at all. Obviously, as long as it's legal and it doesn't hurt anyone. You can be passionate about rugby, you can be passionate about Factorio, but I love it when people really care and it matters to them. Like when he breaks that record, if he does break that record, the pure elation and the emotion, because you've worked so hard to just get that in the bank and lock that in, and the effort and the endeavor to make that happen. The reason why there are records, and there are reason why there are record breakers. It's hard to do. It's not an easy thing, and nobody can take that away from you. Not a single person can turn around and say, oh yeah, you don't deserve it. It's on stream, it's on record, you did it. It's there for everyone to see. There's no debating. You were the fastest, and this is how it happened. And there's just something so pure about that. I love it. I honestly, speedrunning has really caught my attention recently, and I don't think I can put together anything particularly fast, but I'd love to just get my time and then try and knock, time off of that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I've got my 1 hour and 10 minute time for any percent. Let's try and get into the 1 hour mark, the sub 1 hour mark. Let's see, does anyone want to any of the spec? I've noticed we've had 2 or 3 people join us now, so I just want to see if any of these people want to get involved. If not, we'll just get back to it. So yeah, I'm a big fan. It's unreal, mate. And do you know what? Fair play. Fair play. One hour any percent. I just love it that they're a team. How cool is that? Honestly, the amount of people that I know whose wives are not supportive of what they are into. And to be fair, yeah, going down the pub and having a beer all the time is not something that, your wife's going to be super jazzed about. But the fact that he's got his own personal cheerleader next to him, helping him along and supporting him, how wholesome is that? I don't know. Maybe I don't know, but I think that's fucking great. I do. My girlfriend knows I stream. She doesn't really want to be mentioned too heavily on stream. That's why I don't talk about it too much, by the way. She just wants to keep a separate existence away from the internet, and I completely respect that. But she knows what I do on the weekend. I don't think she fully understands it, but she's supportive. But I've had people in my life that are just not supportive of the stuff that you believe in and that you want to do. If you've got a goal and you have a dream, am I going to go on a motivational rant now? Yeah, of course I am. If you have a goal and a dream, I'm fucking proud of you for having that goal and that dream. Go and smash it. And if you fail, then you know where you are. You know how far you are from reaching that goal and achieving it. And whether that's going to the gym once a week or going for a walk or lifting heavy weight, I'm fucking proud of you, man. Keep doing it. Get that speedrun record and then get it challenged and then beat that challenger. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It should be a story. Our life shouldn't be a case of just day by day. There should be a story behind it. It should be like an amazing book, so that when we go, eventually, when we all pass away and time moves on, you've got this incredible lived experience. Derek's will be, I think, and I hope if he gets this record, do you remember that point in my life when I was really into this speedrunning and we smashed it? And that's something I did with my wife, and my kids celebrated with me, and it was this incredible moment. And she's probably glad I'm not an OnlyFans. Oh dear, yeah, I know. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I go on a fucking rant too much. I think it's because I've been coaching for years. You know, I love watching people achieve their goals. It's honestly, it's a buzz for me. So into trains. Yeah, definitely. I just think it's a cool joint venture. When I was a chef, my girlfriend at the time was not a very good cook. She really liked cooking, but she was really kind of scared of the kitchen. Basically, she didn't want to cut herself. She didn't like heat, and it was a really nice thing to be able to get her in there and teach her and share something that I was really passionate about. So, yeah. It's sometimes poorly received, though. I hate it when somebody brings something to the table and people just chin them off. Like, shut up, mate. Nobody cares. Nah, that's bollocks, man. You should be happy about what makes you happy, right? You should share it with the world and be proud of it. Or if you don't, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of you. Emotional rant over. We're back to the game. Stuff's happening, and I'm not commentating on it. And I apologize for anybody watching this that wants genuine commentary. We just meander sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with that. Christy's coming in. How is the situation with the parents? Have they been found? Are they safe and well? I hope they are, mate. But we have watch out, world. Here I come. That's bold statements. All right. Who wants to play out from spectator? I need them. He's played for 5 minutes. I'm not saying that this person is going to have no impact, but I do. There we go. Boom. I'll put him in. He's running around. You never know. Labellin can join as well, as long as they don't troll, and we'll keep an eye on them. I don't think that they can. With this many players, you'd have to do something egregious. Yeah, I think there's a time limit on when you can call the agencies, the different emergency services. So be aware that you can't pull the trigger straight away. But I've had friends of mine in the past go missing for different reasons, and they're very effective at finding missing people. In the UK, I don't know what it's like in Romania, but I'm sure there is something there that... Okay. And back you go. So yeah, hopefully you can resolve that. I think it's smart to wait another day, and then from there you'll know for sure. You never know. It could be something as simple as one of them's fallen over and they've gone to hospital and they're just getting checked. And they can't use their phones because they're in a hospital. And I hope that it's something not too bad. All right, Christy's joining South, guys. It's on. South have won the game. 56 people. Get ready. Yeah, you still need to defend though, mate. You still need some defenses. Walls. This is interesting, actually. With 56 people in the game, I wonder if they're going to take their eye off the ball when it comes to stuff like defense. Because threat farming will happen, and the game is a little bit slower this time. Fear me. But yeah. Okay, we've got a bit of a wall coming down. That's brilliant. Martin Max King. Love to see it. You hope maybe they wall off quite small. You kind of want to turtle this main base, I guess. With these kind of... I haven't drawn in a while, guys. Apologies. I'm getting withdrawals from not drawing, so give me a second. You can link these rivers, these lakes up, and kind of build walls in this kind of fashion. You may need to cut through somebody smelting, but yeah, definitely keep an eye on defense all given times. So, with that said, let me check in on the north. These are the real dangerous people that we need to watch out for. And as we can see here now, something is going to be put into a box. And I wonder what colour that something will be. I'll give you a hint. It's kind of this color, and it comes in a jug. And I like it. They've got some kind of spam built out, blueprinted down. I wonder if Ling has been working on this, because this is from mix patch, by the way. These mix patches are being very well optimized at the moment. And Pitt has been roped in to help the pros. I love that as well. He was in chat earlier saying, I'd only have got about 20 minutes until I have to go. But we do see Millside ticking into the labs. And the South are behind again. Now, there are more people on the South for sure, yes. But the North have managed to, even with just a small amount of research, put together a relatively decent Millside setup. Let's see what they're researching. It's not cheating. Advanced electronics into blue science, advanced material processing. Pretty standard issue, but you need to get to blue. You need that research if you want the game to go along. Meanwhile, the South are behind in research. Oil processives and stronger explosives. Threat farming is kind of neck and neck. Advantages to the South. Evolution is roughly the same. There's not been many major sends this game so far. Yeah, what about brick production? And we lost a threat farmer. To the acid though, not to the bugs. Meanwhile, out here on these outposts, they're driving it home quite well here with these mixed builds. I'm hoping that you can take some of these bricks and turn them into walls. That would be pretty mega. And it looks to me like we're going to start converting some of this into military science spam, which again, it's good, but for this easier game mode, not super duper hot. Like, a little bit hit and miss. What I'm seeing from the South at the moment, they're not really Christie, but there will be somebody leading the charge on main. My advice to you is you will need defenses. This game mode will go and swing against you not very far from now. It's great that you're here, and it's great that you have 56 people in your team, but the momentum in an hour's time will absolutely go against you guys. So try as best you can to build up your defenses, because when they're not there and your base is getting smashed up is when you need them the most. So yeah, good luck is my advice. And I don't see anything particularly egregious. They're just preparing for military science in this base. To be fair, the power block on main is huge. Hello, dog. You really should be asleep, should you? Right, mate. Want to cuddle? Have dinner later, mate. Sit down. I swear I'm feeding you in an hour. Yeah, I'm feeding you at 7. Why are you hungry now? And he's away again. Alright, well I don't know, he's all over the shop today. Apologies about that, guys. The dog's a bit, what's the word? Hyperactive today? No, absolutely not. Only the finest. If they do, no, come on. Should I Google this? Dog pot noodles? Get out of my head. Leave my brain right now. They don't do dog pot noodles, do they? Trainsaw, Christie, if I'm being honest, this is one of the most serious games you're going to be playing in so far. Trainsaws are not the one. You're going to need to help your team in basically build up the base to be safe. And at the moment, the base is not very safe. The reason being is your team that you're up against, the people on the north, they're not fucking about. And you are about to, within the next, yeah, or maybe they want Trainsaw to happen. It might be worth helping Martin Max King, because these guys are far ahead already, and we're an hour into the game, less than an hour into the game. They're already ahead. When you find a dog collar in a bowl of noodle, tiddles. Oh dear. Do you know what? I'm probably outing myself here, but I lived for a small amount of time in Worcester. For any of you guys that know, Worcester is kind of in the middle of the countryside. It's a decent sized town, city. I don't know what this is named, but there is a Chinese takeaway called Angel Chef. And I went for the buffet once. I went to their buffet, which was absolutely amazing, like free food all the way. You pay one entrance fee and you can just eat there all day. They got shut down and investigated because they were taking... It was quite a big story at the time. I wonder where this went. They, like, dogs and cats were going missing in the area in Worcester, and they were effectively being cut up and used as meat in the Chinese buffet. There's a very strong possibility that I didn't mean to, I didn't want to, but I ate cat in their chicken chow mein. Horrible though, mate. They got obviously shut down and investigated, but yeah. I didn't notice the difference. But I wouldn't knowingly eat a dog or eat a cat. I love them. I have some of my own, and they're not for food. They cost me a lot of money in food, but they're worth it. Chicken meow. You done me there, mate. Well done, Clyde. I genuinely, I rate that joke. Chicken meow main. Yeah. The thing is, I was like, if I think about it too much, I'm going to drive myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to drive myself nuts. Just chalk it up as a loss. There's a good chance that you've been chewing on, unfortunately, somebody's pet cat. Yeah, just suck it up, take the L, move on. Move on with your life. Yeah. Oh, talking about food to make me hungry, man, though. Holy crap. I'm in the same position, mate. I'm hungry. I might make myself a sandwich. I've also got some leftover stew. Give me a second, guys. I'm just going to wrap my brain around what I have and what I can do real quick. I always feel guilty about leaving you guys and AFKing. I don't want to do that. What I might create... Oh, that's a fucking great idea. I wonder, how many of you guys out here work in programming? How many of you guys are IT nerds? No, that's too big. That's too big. Just dream with me for a second. Dream with me for a second. Just let me know if this is doable, right? 1, 2, 3. I know these numbers are terrible. 4, 5, and 6. If I was able to, through some kind of program, segment boundaries of areas where the camera floats in these... So let's say at the beginning of the game, I notice that there are outposts over here. Let's change the color so this is easier to see. Outposts here, 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 and here, with the central one being main base. How easy would it be to program these areas and program a way where my mouse can float around those areas, like a hover? So effectively the camera would, lock in here and it would just hover around the base, moving every couple of seconds. That would be a great way to AFK, because you could type into chat 1 and it would take you to the furthest left outpost, and then the camera could hover over that so you could see what they're doing. And when I say hover, what I mean by that is, kind of this distance, and it's just slowly moving through. Do you guys, am I speaking crazy here? Or, it slowly float through, and then when it hits the edge of the buffer, it slowly floats back. And then say somebody, for instance, types number 3, the bot would kind of zoom out, head to number 3, zoom in, and just kind of slowly scan around. This is probably way too deep. Like the DVD, look, kind of, yeah. The Nutski, thank you for the follow. We're just trying to figure out a way where I can go off and make some food and not leave you guys alone staring at one thing. Yeah, I think that's doable. Either that, or I take my mouse with me and I just click around randomly. Do you know what I mean? Like I just... It's not worth the effort. No. I wonder, there might be a program that already exists, but I'd love to be able to hit a button on my keyboard and then you guys could control my camera, basically. You know, you could check in on, you know, this outpost, for instance, these guys, just by typing a number in. So, you know, hoverbot 5, and all of a sudden it's do. You know, it's like, oh, check this out. This is what's going on. Or, yeah, like south 5, north 5, you know, and then you could come over here and see the opposite. Not meaning to shit on your shit idea, that's fine. It's early in the game. I hate doing it. You guys know I hate talking about doing it. I'm going to go off and get some food real quick. You can follow... Ooh, you can follow a player. I think I can follow a player. I don't want to do anybody on north. I swear there's a way of following. Do you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet on this one, guys. I'm going to leave us very, very zoomed. Oh, do you want to just look at north for a second? Should I keep us up here just for now? The thing is, go to player means I teleport to them. And I think it freezes them as well. I'm going to make a sandwich. It's not going to take long. I hate leaving. I should really make a sandwich before I even start the stream. But I'll be back in 2 minutes. Try and go for a break. The game will go on for another hour or two. So I highly recommend you guys looking after yourself. You know, stretch when you can, get food when you can. But I'm going to go off real quick. 2 minutes, make some food. And I'll meet you guys back here to continue the game on. Nothing massive is going to work. All right, focus on building work. Let's go down. Let's go into the main and see how close they are to getting this blue science into the labs. Let's see how fast it takes this to happen. There we go. All right, back in a sec, guys. All right, I'm going to scan around, but nobody wants to hear me eating. So if you want to have a look at a certain part of the map, feel free to ask. But I'm just going to spend the next minute or two devouring this amazing sandwich I've just made. So if you want to see something... Oh wait, let's see if anything's happened. Has there been any sends? Oh, there's been a send. That blue, right? 300. Oh, that's so. I'm not going to do that. That is not this kind of stream. So yeah, that 300 has jumped us to... That's fine, mate. It's a good joke. It honestly is a very good joke. 28% on the south and 900 negative. So that will jump up. That will jump up very, very fast if they continue to send lots of blue. So yeah, I'll be with you very soon. If you want to watch anything in particular, just let me know in chat. If not, I'm going to be just smashing this sandwich away, which my dog will want to eat. No sandwich for you. Right, back in a sec. How dare you? Pot noodle sandwich. Sorry, I'm going to answer this question because it's a very good one. From Caldwell. Thank you for joining us. I'm just having a sandwich at the moment, so I'm sorry if there's been no commentary for a minute or two. At the 1 hour and 30 minute mark, if you don't have defenses down, the bugs have a strong opportunity to run around your base and basically attack you from the sides. So... Oh yeah, you can join 100%. This is a live game that anybody can join though. So if anybody here wants to play right now, you'll be going on the south because the north have that, small team of professional players. But the biters will always flank you. They will always come around the sides. So the idea is that you build up this huge wall, and then behind the wall you put flame towers and you defend yourself. And at this point in the game, I would want to see a wall here. And here. It's damning that you don't have that in defense at the moment. Now that's just my take on it. I'm really defensively minded. But you have to remember as well, the guys that are playing on North are very quick. So they've gotten to certain points at a certain speed that most players can't. I hope that answers your question. I'm going to have a bit more of my sandwich. But feel free to keep asking. This tastes amazing. And I'll keep scanning around and making sure that I catch anything happening that any of the... Can you wall out the biters? There's a distance that you're allowed to place walls from the biters. So you're not allowed to run up to them and put turrets down, that kind of thing. So you effectively what you need to do really... Do we have any flame towers here? So yeah, they need some flame towers down. Anyway, back to my sandwich. I'll keep abreast of this because they're sending blue now, and the blue sends are going to ramp up the threat. So let's see how they defend on the south. Just having a sandwich real quick. Sorry, guys. For any of you that's joining, I've made some food. And nobody wants to hear me eating, so I've just muted myself. These big bugs are absolutely smashing up south. Absolutely. And look at them. Huge waves. Enormous waves coming through. My man playing with 10 FPS. Oh, it's not a great game mode if you have a slightly less strong computer. But feel free to watch. Feel free to watch as well and ask questions. We're more than happy to learn you up so that when you do end up with that high-end PC, you'll be ready to go kick ass. But yeah, at the moment, the South have been absolutely detonated. I did mention this earlier on though, guys, you need those walls up sooner. You know, I know that you're playing against nightmare people, and like the 1 hour mark going up against big bugs is rough. But they're having revenge on you. You beat them game 1. What did you expect? Oh, curry's for dinner. Sandwich now, curry later. I'm doing a Rogan Josh. Handmade naan breads. My girlfriend quite likes that kind of food, and I've been cooking curries for a very long time, so I've got some decent chilies in. We've got some kills. Boom, let's go. Yeah, these walls are, I think chicken Rogan Josh I'm going to go. I was going to go beef or lamb, but I had a good deal on chicken, and yeah, I've got all of the relevant herbs and spices, and I've got some onion bhajis that I've made as well. So yeah, it's going to be a good one tonight. Anyway, back to my sandwich. Sorry, I'm almost done. I made too much, basically. But yeah, these guys are in a lot of trouble. Unless they have flamer turrets somewhere, I'm slightly worried about the South now. Oh, they do? What? Can somebody pick these up and put them down? But look at this, it's all ready to go. You have the towers. Oh no. Anyway, yeah, back to my sandwich. I'll keep pace with what's going on. And I'll be back with you very soon. This could be 1-1, and we might go to a game 3. I don't know if you guys have got enough time to stick around for a game 3. Oh, mate, a good onion bhaji as well. If you want, I'll send you my recipe, because it's super easy, super duper easy. But yeah, I'll keep pace with this, and hopefully this isn't the end of the game. Because if it is, they've been beaten by a Blue Rush with 50 odd players, so yeah, that can happen. So this will be your mall in your main base. And in the main base, you can take anything from here. Oh, we've had games where the wall is ridiculously thick. You're talking about like a patterned approach as well. So a very thick flat wall followed by lots of shapes on the outside to kind of confuse the bugs and break them up into different kind of different individual packs that you can kill off. I don't know what to say, guys. Like, this might be it. This could be GG. The first game took under an hour. The second game, we're on the hour mark. And the North team have just somehow... Yeah, Dragon's Teeth. That's the right word for it. The North are just... They pummeled the South. The defense just wasn't prioritized. And like with an almost 500k stone patch? Where's Brick Production? Oh, come on. Come on. Every game. Every game. This 800 bricks. Dude, I'm so sad. Like, you have no idea how deeply miserable this makes me feel. Half of your brick production isn't turned on, but you have it ready to go. And now we're stuck at a point where we don't have enough walls. Because... You let me down, boys. We won game 1. The server plebs won game 1. In game 2, you let me down, boys. You let me down deeply. Prioritize defense. I say it every week. Prioritize defense like your life depends on it, because the game does. The game depends on it. And it looks to me like it's game. They've done it. They've timing attacked you back. And Cliff Bill, just to rub insult into injury, 60% evolved bugs at the 1 hour and 4 mark. The South have sent, in total, oh come on, in total 4,254 blue jugs. Another 700 and 200 go across. 64%. The North have absolutely smashed it. And the base that the South used to have is no more. Oh, train saws are so much fun, mate. I love a train saw. I don't know where Burger Bread's been. Yeah, North, we've dropped numbers here. And I think it's because people realise that the spam that they got away with in Game 1 is not going to work in Game 2. You need to earn the train saw, man. Nobody is gifted a train saw. You need to earn it. That's half the battle. Techno Priest, I want to show you something. Oh, they fixed it finally, but Jesus Christ, boys. That could have been working for you for an hour. An hour. This could have doubled. This could have made, 1,800 walls. This could have made 2,400 walls. Genuine people do not pay attention to defenses enough. Yeah, I've heard it that the lag is quite unreal at the moment. I don't know what we're going to do about Game 3. We may just go and transition into a normal game after this. So I don't know if you guys want to stick around for that. But we'll see what the state of the nation is once this unfolds. I don't think that they can really do a huge amount. They've got flame towers, but it's a bit too late. You had the blueprint down. These waves are just smashing and crashing into your base. And you've got Military 3 on the go, lasers, laser turrets. That's fine, mate. That's fine. If I stream, I'll probably stream it, so feel free to stick around and watch. And the North just, cruising into a win here. It's 1-1, I guess. Hello, cat. Oh, did I just see a purple send? I did. Add insult to injury. They've gone blue and purple. Yeah, this is looking like it's untenable. This is untenable. There's not a huge amount you can do when they're this big and they're this scary. You can kite them, yes, but another wave will come. And then you'll be kiting 2 waves. And then a 3rd wave will come, and then you'll be kiting 3. And then you'll get swallowed up by 3 waves of bugs. Well played to the North. Well played to the North. I feel like if we were to do a 3rd game, or if we were to do this again on another day, I'd like to kind of have a team talk with my team first. And I would say to them, we need to find all of the stone patches as early as possible. This one, for instance, grab some off the mix patch, just find them and make them walls. Walls are more important than science at the moment. Because at the moment, the science is doing nothing for you. But the walls will do everything for you if you have it. And I tell you what, if we see a train saw in the not too distant future, what I'll do is I'll clip that up and stick it on YouTube. Because they are impressive, I'm going to be honest. A good train saw is a fucking beautiful sight. A train wall. Yeah, I think people have given up. And this is what happens when you have noobs. They get demoralized. If they're not winning, they just don't see the point. Whereas the few gallant players on South try their best. But it's not enough. It's not enough. And with 1 or 2 flamers plugged in, you're not going to get anything out of this. More waves will slam into the outposts. And what do you really do from here? Do you parachute people back into main? Or do we just go next? Do you know what I mean? Do you just take the L and go, fair enough, we didn't get it this time. Unlucky, boys. On to the next one. Difficult one, to say the very least. Baited us all, P1tta. I'm planning on banning you after this. Nah, well played, mate. Well played. And again, I pointed this out earlier on. They had all the resources they could possibly want to make walls, but they just hit their flaming tower, like their flaming defenses, just way too late. Way too late. They're lacking key resources to rebuild, and people are just tapping out at this point, so you guys have won. I'm almost certain of it. There are a lot of people that have just stopped playing. They just don't think it's a winnable position. And I'm kind of inclined to agree. It's unfortunate that not everybody can defend, but to make it back from this, all the whilst the North are ploughing ahead with their plans, yeah, there's nothing you can do. But that makes it 1-1. It makes it 1-1. And do we just call it there and say, okay, boys, it ended up even, you know? Whisper makes a good point. No one on the team really sent them anything. They never got pressured. Oh, mate, that is just depressing. But yeah, 1-0 for you, P1tta. Undefeated, undisputed champion of everything. Oh, dear. But yeah, they're just rampaging through the base at the moment, and more waves will be coming through. We're not far from the end of the game here. And, you know, bosses have spawned. Like, Big Biters is a huge upgrade in terms of what you need to defend. And they will absolutely smash up whatever they bump into, including players now. So we're not far away. They knew it. The chaos is good to watch. And again, they just don't have to not keep sending. 73% now. The game at 1 hour and 12 minutes in. It's over, man. It's over, man. No, we've got some flamer turrets at the base, at the silo. I think that's a very good point from Dr. Claw. It's not really a captain's game if we don't have a captain or a plan. Maybe if we were to run this back, we'd have somebody would take the reins. Revenge is sweet. Revenge is sweet. But then again, do we reload our gun and say, do you know what? Let's have it out. Let's get a definitive winner. Let's not just have this left to speculation. We need to know who the absolute winner of this set of games is. Game 1, the North were overwhelmed by the Sens. Game 2, South didn't defend very well and got overwhelmed with the Sens. And smiling NASA with the purple send. Just to rub it in. Just to rub it in. But there's no coming back from this. You know, there's no actual defense that's stopping or blocking them, so... yeah, we are just on the clock. I wonder if the North are pushing forward. P1tta said, I can only play 12 minutes and build 40,000 entities. Yeah. Rude. And have a look at this. Yeah, they're already going for purple. They don't want to slow down. It's not over till it's over. And the more a crushing defeat is, the more you demoralize the opposition. Just Bob killed everyone. That's savage. Alright, Just Bob just committed murder. And it's going to happen again. But yeah, it's game 2. Going to the null. I have a pet. The train saw is alive, but you need to bring some bugs here. You need to bring some people in. Choo choo. Oh dear. Let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get the train saw a kill before the end of the game. Are there any waves that are close? Playing dodgems. This is what happens. People give up and they start doing stupid shit, and it's kind of fun. Because you know the game is over. It's only a matter of time. There's not a huge amount that you can really do. So may as well have fun with it, right? You know, if you end up in a position like this, you're kind of stuck anyway. You know, if you fight them, you won't win. And if you engage with them, they'll aggress. All right, let's see if the train saw can grab these. You need to get somebody to like run out and grab them. You need a sacrificial lamb, Christy. Somebody that's going to go and wrangle them. And now we're just belting players off. Whilst the boss is inches away from the silo. Oh, it killed off a pipe. Alright, decent defense. But invariably we are just waiting for the end. Okay, here's a candidate. We have some candidates with the train saw. Christy, you need to tell them. Somebody needs to bring the bugs in. There's a bug wave just to your left. If somebody can run out and grab them and drag them over to the train saw, there's a strong chance that it works, that it racks up some kills before the end of the game. Finally, we have a pack of bugs. Let's go! Oh, somebody stopped the train? Wait, how did the train stop? No, they're killing the train saw. You gotta keep driving it, boys. Why did it stop? Oh, and it's stuck on the tracks. This is tragic. You're about to run into your own arse. Go, man, go! You need multiple train carriages. There we go. Back it up, back it up. Back it up, run up. Oh, and then we've lost some tracks. This is terrible. Needless to say, the game is pretty much over. People are just having fun at this point. Now, if this was a normal captain's game, you get told off because you want to fight till the very end. It's kind of clear as day there's no coming back at this point for this team. So the plebs are having some fun. They've won a game today, which I'm going to be honest, I didn't really think they would. You put, is it rocket fuel? Or maybe uranium fuel? Like nuclear fuel. If you put nuclear fuel in it and you have mostly locomotive cars, I think they're big enough. They won't kill behemoths, but they will take over big bugs. I think. It's been a while since we've seen the train saw, but I like it. I've got a soft spot in my heart for the train saw. There we go. Power's getting smashed up too. And it's inevitable. It is inevitable. And that's not true. Fake news. Fake news. I'm surprised the waves aren't coming in a bit faster, to be honest. Maybe they're aggressing onto... Oh, here we go, yeah. Some of them moving out to the edges of the base, but... it's a fun idea. I'd love to see if you could make it work. There we go. The base has been disconnected. Power's getting absolutely dumpstered. People are still fighting, but... it's kind of game. We're almost at 90, mate. We're closing in on Behemoth style. So they're going to try and pump the number up to 90%. At that point, it is absolutely game. But you hate to be in these games, but sometimes it's inevitable. Oh, he's down. The locomotive is sadly pancaked into the rail tracks. And the whole base has been disconnected. Yeah, doable. Oh, okay. You have some lasers? Maybe cute me out? No. No. The silo goes down at 1 hour and 21 minutes. The North have won. The Plebs have failed. GG's all round though. What a great set of games. The question will be asked, do we go again? I'm not sure. I don't think we have the numbers. I don't think we've summoned enough people. Revenge success. Well played, North. That's what I have to say. Well played. They executed that perfectly. I didn't spend a lot of time looking up here, but that's because once they took the advantage, it was more about how South had failed. You know, this defensive line got instantly eviscerated, and we didn't see a single flame tower get put down. No, a single one. Up here. Obviously, some were put down later on, but the front line collapsed. There was no side to the base either. Yeah, you got to keep your eyes open for that kind of stuff. Yeah, and this is why main base players are so important. You need somebody like driving things forward. And the moment I saw that the North had a mill site ahead of the South, like theoretically that shouldn't happen at all. They have less people, they have less resources. But you know what? It's been a good set of fun games, and that's what we wanted to do today. We just wanted to have a bit of fun on Sunday. And I think we've achieved that. I hope we have. So let me do the prediction outcome. The Mystery Nightmare people came good. Teriki, thank you for the follow. I hope you don't think this is what all the games are going to be like. They're normally a lot more structured than this. But welcome. I hope you're having a good weekend. And we think we're moving on to a normal game after this. I don't imagine there's much appetite to do a third. Let me just load up Discord. Oh, also, if we're not doing another one, all right, they're done for now. So the North won't be running another game out. Are there any streamers up that you guys follow? I want to raid somebody. Who should I raid? If you have any suggestions, let me know. Because I do like to try and pass people on. So we'll take a look. Discord PM. Oh, should we raid Raslington? He won one of the 1v1 tournaments. He's really fucking quick as well. I reckon we raid Raslington. Or Anti-Patience. I'll tell you what, I'll flip a coin. Whoever I don't raid today, I'll raid next time round. Nice. There we go, I'm perfect. I want to look at some speedrunning stuff, so... Got you. 1,967 kills. Oh my god. That's unreal. Mate, where has Colden been? He's such a good lad. Right, we're going to raid Raslington. Thank you for joining me, by the way, and we'll be back next weekend. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed the content. It's been a great set of days. And we'll be back next week for another stream. So, I hope you guys have a really good week. I hope you have a good start to your week. And I'll see you at the next one. And look out for the tutorial stuff. They'll be dropping onto YouTube very, very soon. I'm going to edit them like right now. So there'll be a few more going up. Other than that, have a good rest of your day, evening, and I wish you all the best. Take care. Goodbye.